So today I'm going to teach you the beginner alphabet exercise. It's a mnemonic device that I came up with for the 9 most popular chords for songs in the key of C. So here we go. Just going to go through the letters one at a time. The first one's A minor. You're going to use your middle finger on the 2nd fret of your 4th string. So we got 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th string, one closest to your head. Middle finger, 2nd fret, 4th string, and just brush everything. Make sure there's a nice arch under the fingers so you're not leaning over and muting the string. Just brush everything. And with everything you're going to do, you're going to go, my dog has fleas, hit everything once, and brush them all together to make sure that they're sounding clearly. So that's your A. So for B, we're going to use B minor. It's going to be a diagonal line. We're going to go 4th fret, 4th string, 3rd fret, 3rd string, 2nd fret, 2nd string, and then the 1st string is open. Take a look from the side. Everything's got nice arches. We're on the tips of our fingers, our thumbs supporting kind of the opposite, the middle finger in the back. This is a B7 chord. This is what we want here. Check this one the same way that we did the last one. And if you need to, just check and see. Do you remember A minor? Try to remember the A minor chord real quick. It's really useful to always backtrack a bit. Call it trailing. Trail what you just did. So check your A minor and your B7. Take a second, stop, check both those things, and then come back. Okay, cool, let's go to the next one. So C, you're going to use your ring finger to play the 3rd fret of your 1st string. The reason we use this finger is because it's going to make these fingers available for other chords in the key of C. So you can use the ring finger, still nicely arched on the tip of the finger, on the 3rd fret of your 1st string, way down near the ground. And you're going to keep these other fingers over here kind of ready to play other things. You don't want them to fly back here or like flop that way. You want to keep them kind of right around here, ready to play other stuff. So if you can, check your first 3 chords. A minor, B7, C major. Here we go. I'll show you real quick. A minor's first. B7 is next. And then C major's after that. Stop now. Check all those a couple times, rewind the video if you have to, and then we'll go on to the next 3 chords. Okay, here we go with the next 3 chords. So after C, we are going to have D. We're going to use D minor. So D minor is kind of like our F chord, but has a few more notes in it. We haven't gotten there yet. You can use your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string like we did for A minor. You're going to kind of tuck the ring finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. Let's take a look in here. 2nd fret, and then the index finger is going to play on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. So it sounds like this. And then it looks like this. From one angle, it looks like that. And a lot of people get confused because you got to get everything sort of tucked into one space. So sometimes you have to sort of turn your hand, sort of get them all in there. Like that. Like a little tilt like this will let the fingers extend towards the frets. So look for this nice arch. Everything's standing up nicely. Kind of pigs in a blanket here. Practice that a few times and then we'll be ready to go on. Okay, now we're going to go on. So after D, we have, of course, the letter E. And we have 2 chords for E. We have E minor and E7. Both will show up a lot in the key of C, believe it or not. So E minor is a lot like our B7 chord. It's a diagonal line, but instead of being here, you move everything over a string. So you have 2 on the 1st string, 3 on the 2nd string, and 4 on the 3rd string. So if I look real close, it looks like this. It sounds kind of sad. So try to get your diagonal line going there. Again, nice arches, so you're not leaning over and like muting things weirdly like that. Stop, try to get that down. And then go back real quick and see if you can remember D minor. Remember, it's this guy right here. So check your D minor and check your E minor again. When you think you've got those 2 and you can kind of switch between them a little bit, then we're going to go on to our next chord, the E7. So the E7 chord is a little tricky for some people, but it's just because it's a funny shape. It kind of looks like Charlie Brown's mouth when he catches a football. Or something else weird you can think of. So you play the index finger on the 1st fret of the 4th string. the middle finger on the second fret of the third string. The second string is open, and then the first string plays the second fret. So it looks kind of like this. I had a friend who also says it kind of looks like a soup ladle a little bit. Sounds kind of like that. And I'll show you from another angle. I definitely have to see it, and my hand's not going straight across. I'm turning, so you see how these fingers can, when I turn, they can go towards the frets. Try to get that down if you can. Get a nice clean brush on the whole thing. Then you want to collect the last 3 chords that you did, your D minor, your E minor, and your E7. Stop and take a second, go back in the video if you need to, and just go over these until you can go bling, bring, bring. And then we'll go on. Okay, last 3 chords. Also, if you get a second and you want to, you can go back and check the first 3 chords again too. It's a really good thing to do for your memory. See if you can do the first 3 chords, A minor, B7, and C. And then you can check the 3 chords after that. Review time is always a good thing. Okay, but now we're going to go on to the last 3 chords. So now we're going to go on to F, and I'm feeling like I must have missed a chord because I know there's F and G. Oh yeah, G7's in there. Yep, we need G7. That's what it is. So we have F. It's going to be the middle finger on the second fret of the 4th string, just like with A minor, but we're going to add this finger here. We're going to add the first fret of the 2nd string. So you have 2 open strings and 2 strings with fingers on them. That's your F chord. It's even shaped a little bit like an F. There's like the line there, and then there's one post, and then there's the other post. Woot, woot, woot. So there we go. There's an F chord. So work on that a bit till it's solid. Then we're going to go on to the G chords. So the G chords are both triangle shaped. G major, you use the index finger on the 2nd fret of your 3rd string, the ring finger on the 3rd fret of your 2nd string, and the middle finger on the 2nd fret of your 1st string. So it's tucked a little funny. You definitely have to turn sideways to see it. That's G major. Let's show it from this angle here. Things kind of curved over like that, and then straight on. You have your open 4th string. Check that a few times. This one, people often have to mess with it a bit until it's comfortable. Also, notice how far forward my fingers are rolled. They're not like way back here, like kind of like flat and reaching. They're very like if you look at my middle finger is literally bent over forward like that. Makes the chord a lot easier. So try to, if you can, let your wrist give a bit, so that it's like this is what my wrist would look like from the side. Whoop. It's still straight. And then there's a curve in the knuckles and all these joints here. So these fingers can come way around. You see your middle finger is like tilted way forward. That works really well for G major. So try to get that down. Check and see if you remember the F chord. Oh yeah, the F chord. And if you remember the F, and then you can find the G again, we'll go on. Okay, let's keep going, if you're ready. This last one is G7. It's a lot like G, except it's kind of like going the other way. So if G is a triangle pointing this way, you shuffle all the fingers, and G7 is pointing the other way. So use the index there on the 2nd string on the 1st fret, the ring on the 2nd fret of the 1st string, and the middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 2nd string. Or I guess that's the 3rd string. So it's 2, 1, 2, 0. Yeah, so that's that. See if you can find that. And then, when you feel like you got that down, let's go through all of them. You try to go through F. And notice F, you can get to G7 real quick. You can leave this finger here and just move this over. Whoop! Super easy. And then shuffle these around to make G. Go over that as many times as you need to get it solid. And then if you're ready, let's try to go through. I'll quickly show you all 9 chords in order. And you can review if you need to. A minor, B7, C major, D minor, E minor, E7, F major, and G major, and G7. Might take you a while to go through them that quickly, but for now, just see if you can go through and pull them all together and get through them all with just remembering everything on your own. Then just go through this as many times as you need to. And yeah, you'll find if you ever play songs in the key of C, it's pretty much everything that's ever going to come up. So, with a couple of rare exceptions. So yeah, thanks for hanging, and yeah, more ukulele stuff soon. Stick around.